Hi students, we are going to do your makeup for your close reading for the Ballad of Birmingham today. You should have your Ballad of Birmingham text in front of you, and feel free to follow along and pause the video as you see fit. Okay, so here are the steps to a close reading. You should find these on your table that you can follow along. These should be familiar with you. We're going to take these steps one by one. Step 1, you need to read the text silently, and then we're going to read it out loud. So take a look at your text. Here's the Ballad of Birmingham. Please pause the video and read the text silently. Push play when you are done reading. Okay, now you can go ahead and read this out loud. What I would like you to do is watch the YouTube video of the Ballad of Birmingham, which will sing the song to you. It is a song. And read along with the text as you listen to the song. Okay, now we are done with step 1, where we read silently and read the text out loud. We're moving on to step 2, where we need to start annotating the text. So the first thing we're going to do is start annotating. You need to number your stanzas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you need to start circling unknown words and look up their meaning. So let's take a look at our text. The first word that I'm going to circle as an example for you is ballad. I'm going to look up what ballad means because I don't know. Now, this text is not quite as complex as ones that we have done in the past. So if you know all of these words, I want you to pick ones that you think are more advanced or that you might not use in your everyday language and look those up. You are required to have at least 2 words circled and their meanings looked up. You may have more than that if you wish. Go ahead and pause the video while you do this step. Okay, we are ready for the last part of step 3, which is highlighting interesting language, literary devices, and significant words. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my text. Okay, and I went ahead and highlighted in the first stanza, Birmingham, because it's used several times, and Freedom March today, because I think Freedom March is something specific, and it's talking about what the girl wants to do. Now you can highlight anything significant, interesting words, things that you think are important, proper names, places, things that are repeated, anything that jumps out at the page for you. Start at the first stanza and work your way down. You can highlight as many things as you want. Go ahead and pause the video and push play when you are done with the step. Okay, we are ready for step 3, which says to do it with a partner, but you're going to do it by yourself today. So you need to read and discuss the main idea, theme, and context, and then you need to label these in the text as you find them. So let's take a look at our text. I want you to think about the main idea. That is the most important idea expressed in a paragraph or essay that the author wants you to know. So I want you to pick one of these stanzas that you think is the main idea, just one stanza, and write a little MI for main idea next to it. You can pause the video while you do this. Okay, now I want you to think of the theme. The theme is the idea about life that is revealed in the story by the author. It's like the moral or the lesson that he wants you to learn. Think about a possible theme of this Ballad of Birmingham. What does the author want you to learn about life in general from this? Once you've decided what you think the theme is, put a little T next to anything in this ballad that you think helps support that theme, helps give an example. For example, maybe the theme is nonviolence. So you could put a little T next to anything that talks about nonviolence. But let yourself determine the theme. Go ahead and pause this while you are putting the little T's next to anything that has to do with the theme. Okay, now we're going to work on conflict. Context. Okay, context is anything like a context clue around the ballad that helps you realize what the ballad is talking about and where people grew up and what was happening during this time in this setting. So put a little C next to anything that gives us a clue about where this happened and what was happening during this time. You can go ahead and pause the video while you do this. Okay, now we're done with step 3 and we are ready to move on to step 4. On the left side of the margin, we are going to summarize each stanza. So go ahead and write summary on the left, and I went ahead and did the first one for you. In the first stanza, I said that the girl is asking her mother if she can go on the march. Now you need to pause the video and write a quick little summary of each of these stanzas, what is happening in these stanzas. Go ahead and pause your video and do this. Okay, now we're going to work on the right margin. On the right margin, you need to write down any questions that you come up with about the text. So draw a question across the top, and then I want at least 3 questions from you about the text that you have about what is going on here. And you can write those next to which stanza they pertain to. Go ahead and pause the video and write your 3 questions. Okay, we're done with step 4. Now you're ready to move on to step 5, which is answer the complex question provided. That is on the back. Go ahead and flip over your paper and read that question. And you can underline evidence in the text as you find it. Make sure to use at least 2 pieces of evidence, at least. Use evidence-based terms, and don't forget to repeat your question at the beginning of your answer. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and I will help you out.